So today's topic is our request for quotation. So anybody can tell me what is the request for quotation or quotation? What is the quotation? Simple.
We need to send a quotation to vendor.
No, no. Why we are sending the quotation? We require the quotation. Name suggest request for quotation. So sometimes whenever you are going to the market, okay, so you want to purchase anything like a stationary item, whatever. So you can go to the 2 3 shops there, na, and ask them what is the rate of this material. So where the rate is less, so you can purchase the material from that shop, na. So like that in SAP also, we have the option of the request for quotation. Okay. So the material is a new or whatever the, so if requisitioner give us the purchase requisition and we don't have any history of that material, so at that time what we can do, we can create the request of the quotation. Means we can ask to the our vendor, I require this much of material and this quantity within this day. So they can supply us the or quote us the rate of that material. Okay, so that is nothing but the request for quotation, because we have the multiple vendors. So we can ask the multiple vendors. So this is my requirement. I require this much of a quantity. So you can give me the rate or price of that material. Okay. So that is called as the request for the quotation. You're getting what is request for quotation?
Yeah, getting.
Yeah. So I will share my screen with you. Okay. So request for quotation is a solicitation for goods or service. For both, we can create the uh, request for quotation for purchasing the material or a service also, in which company invites the vendor to submit the price or quotes, or sometimes it's also called as the bidding of the that material or a job also. Okay. So yesterday we have seen what is the standard document type for the purchasing contract, scheduling agreement, like that. Here is also the same. The standard document type for the request for quotation is a AN. Whenever you are using, try to create your customize from copying this standard document type of AN and use that one. Okay. So anybody can tell me what is a P2P cycle? What's the process in P2P cycle? Anyone? In procure to pay cycle?
Purchasing, purchasing, receiving,
No,
paying,
no, no.
accounting.
First step, first step. What is the first step in a P2P cycle?
PR, purchase requisition.
Yes, correct. First of all, we can create the purchase requisition. Then what coming next?
Then RFQ, sending inquiries.
Correct. Then after that,
PO creation.
PO creation. Then after the creation of the purchase order,
Goods receipts.
goods received. And last step is nothing but the
Invoicing.
invoice posting. Correct. Okay. This is nothing but the basic procure to pay cycle. Okay. So creation of the purchase requisition. Then here is the approval process. Okay. So once we can receive the purchase requisition, we can approve that from the higher authorities, or it's nothing but called as a release strategy. We can apply here. And next, this is the, we are creating a request for quotation. If the material is new, then at that time we can create the quotation. Okay. So vendor, we can inquire to the vendor. So this is the my requirement. You can give your price for that material. Okay. And also we can give the delivery date to all the vendors before that date. So I want this material. You can supply this material. Okay. So this is the request for quotation. Okay, so once we can create this in your SAP, then vendors can give their rates. So after giving the quotations, so we can maintain in our SAP. Okay, so for that, here is a T code ME4748. Okay, so after maintaining the rate, we need to compare the rate of the all the vendors. Okay, so we have the multiple vendors. So on the basis of only the price, so SAP can give us the vendor which is selected on the basis of the price only. Okay, so we can compare the quotations only on the basis of the price. Okay, so there is no any criteria to select the vendor on the basis of their delivery date and all the things. Here it will be only selected on the basis of the lowest price there. Okay, so just jump to the SAP. You're getting now, all of you? Request for quotation, what is it? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, first of all, we can create the PR. Then with reference to the PR, we can create the request for quotation. Then on the basis of the selected quotation, we can create the standard purchase order, goods receipt, and invoice posting. So here we create the request for quotation when we have the no fixed vendor or no confirmatory of that materials or that supplying plant or material. After only we receive the purchase requisition, we can create the request for quotation here. The first step, we need to create the purchase requisition. Okay, so this is the mandatory to create the purchase requisition. Okay, so I have created the some materials as a test. So what's the T code for the take the list of the material in plant? Nandini, can you tell me?
MM
Come again? I couldn't get you. T
So,
code for?
T code to get the list of the material in a single plant. I want to check the list of the total material in a single plant.
MI0
No. So Kirtan?
1101.
No. Kirtan, you are getting?
MM60.
Correct. MM60 is a T code to extract the list of the material. Okay, Nandini, you have answer on that question. I think you forgot. You remember these things, okay? Because multiple times I have asking this question. So, what is the T code for the extract the list of the material in a single plant? Okay. So here I am entering the TP10. Okay. So these two materials I have created 104 and 105 for the RFQs. So for these two materials, I am getting to create the request for quotation. Okay. I'm creating the PR for these two materials. So for the 100 quantity, I'm creating a purchase requisition. Enter the quantity, plant, storage location. Okay, just enter and just check this. Okay, save this purchase requisition and copy this purchase requisition number. Okay. Then anybody can tell me what's the T code or the get the list of the vendor? So Rajshekhar, can you tell me
Sir, what?
what's the T code for the list of the vendor?
MM60.
No, this is for a material.
MKV7.
Correct. MKV7, not MKV7. MKVZ. You remember these all things, okay? Because this is the very multiple times I am asking these questions. So you are not getting that T codes. Then Repeating is my purchase order. I'm getting the list of the vendors here. So this much of the vendors created under this plant. So this purchase or TP10. So I'm selecting these. Okay. So I'm selecting these three 100,595,9697. Okay. So for creating the request for quotation, I'm giving the request to these three vendors to give the quotation to for that two materials there. Okay. So 100,595. We're getting the list of the vendor. So just follow the path. Go to the logistic, materials management, purchasing. Yesterday we have seen under this outline agreement. So today we are dealing with this RFQ and quotations. Just same path. Just go to the request for quotation here. Okay. So here the T code to create the request for quotation. So ME41 is a T code. Just double click on it. Okay. So just I said to you. So the standard document type for the RFQ, what is? AN. Okay. And this AB for the bidding. So currently we are not dealing with this bidding. So we are only dealing with this RFQ. Okay. So whenever you are trying to create the RFQ, just select this AN as a standard document type. Okay. So these are the customized one. So as per your requirement, you can also create your customized document type for the request for quotation. Okay. Just select AN. The language as English, RFQ date, today's date here, and quotation deadline date. What I can give? So I can give the date here as a 27 is today. So I will give the 1 May. Before this date, so vendor can give their quotation to the company. You're getting? What is this deadline? Quotation deadline. So enter the date here before this date. So vendor can give their quotations to companies. Okay. So TP1 is my purchasing group. Okay. So here delivery date. So what I can give the date like this same or different than this date? What I can provide here? Anybody can tell me? Which date I am provide here? Before the deadline or after the deadline? Delivery of the material. Ritesh sir, can you give me the answer?
Before a deadline, sir.
Before deadline. How I can give the delivery date as a before deadline? Without getting the quotation, so how vendor can supply the material before the quotation deadline? So whenever you are entering the delivery date, you can enter the delivery date after the quotation deadline date. Okay. So here I'm entering the 6th May because before quotation date last it is a 1 May. So before that day, how I can give the date? After only that I can receive the material. Na? Also I am entering the storage location also RM00. Okay. So after entering this, do not press the enter. Okay. So here is a option of the reference to purchase requisition. Just select it. Okay. So enter your purchase requisition number. So I can check this. Okay. 10047 This is our purchase requisition number. Okay. So just click on this. Click. No issues. Okay. What is the collective number here? So here you can put whatever you want, your material number or all the things here. Okay. So I am entering the purchase requisition number as my collective number. In future, you get to know about what is this collective number. I'm just selecting this and enter the collection number as a my purchase requisition. Okay. So as I am giving the quotation deadline, I'm in travel as a in English, whatever the things or mandatory here, you can just enter it and press enter. Okay. So whenever you are creating the RFQ with reference to the purchase requisition, the screen like this will be open. So whenever I am creating the purchase requisition, I have mentioned this both the material. Okay. You getting? So these material will be automatically come with reference to the purchase requisition. Okay. So if you want to create the request for quotation for the both the material, you can select both the material, and here is the option of the adopt plus details. After selecting this, so the screen of the RFQ will be open here. So for this material, this much of a quantity I required. Okay. So just if you want to the details here, just click on it. Here the same is coming here. Okay. So quotation deadline date is a 1 May, and here delivery date is automatically come 20th April. So I want to change this delivery date. Okay. I'm changing this delivery date as a 6/23. Okay. So like this system will be giving me the error anytime. So the quotation deadline date is a before the delivery date. Okay. So after entering this, so this much of quantity I require. This is the material. This is the first material, and okay, so there is no need to enter the things again. The second material will become here. So here again change the delivery date as per your requirement. Just enter. Okay. So like this, the quotation for both the materials will be for this much of a quantity will be created here. So right now I need to enter the vendor here. So just select both the material. Here is the option of the vendor address. Just click on it. You need to enter the vendor which you want to get the quotation from the vendor. So I have selected the 3 vendors here. So 595, my first vendor. I'm just entering the vendor number here and press enter. Okay. So the name of the vendor automatically come here. How this is coming? Anybody can answer me? Whenever I'm entering the vendor code here, so from which data these things will be come here? Answer me fast.
It's coming from vendor master.
Correct. These all data I have maintained during the vendor master. Okay, so whenever entering you the vendor here, and just save these. Okay, so this number RFQ will be created. Okay, just copy this. Okay, so with this vendor, this both the material, this RFQ will be created here. So I'm just okay. Right now, I'm selecting this vendor. For this vendor, I am also requesting to give the rate or price. Just enter the vendor in a same screen and click on the enter. Okay. So the name of the vendor will be changed here automatically. So whenever I'm entering the vendor number, all the detail will be changed here. Just click on the save. So this is the precautionary message. So request for the quotation also will be created here for the second vendor. Okay, so just copy the RFQ number. Okay, and this is my third vendor. I want to also request for the quotation toward this vendor. So in the vendor skin, just press the vendor number and press enter. So like this, the data of the vendor will be populating here from the vendor master. Just save. Okay, and the request for quotation also created for the this vendor. You're getting any doubts in this? Still? Okay, so for this both material, with this purchase equation, I have created the request for the quotation with this vendor with both these material, this vendor with this both material. Okay, so for these three vendors, I have created the request for the quotation. So once the vendor can supply the quotation, what is our next step? We need to, after us getting or creating the request for quotation, next step is this maintaining the quotations. Means vendor can give us the rate and we need to enter the that price into our SAP. Okay, so how we can do it? So here in the same screen, here is the option of the quotation to maintain the quotation. The T code for that or maintaining the rate is a yummy 47. Just click on it. Okay, so what is the my quotation? So 48 will be first. Okay, I'm just changing this 50 as a 48. Okay, so enter your RFQ number and press enter. So it will open the screen of the maintain the quotation. So for this material, this vendor can give the rate of, okay, so I am entering the rate as a 20 rupees for the first material and 25 rupees the second material for each quantity. Okay, so I'm just selecting this and save this or maintain this quotation for this vendor. Okay, so it will be showing us the quotation will be maintained. So what is my next? My next quotation is a 49 with this second vendor. Okay, so after entering this 96 vendor will be come here. Okay, and RFQ same number will be coming here 49. So this vendor giving me the this material at the rate of the 18 rupees here, and this material as a 22 rupees. Okay, so I can just save this material quotation. Okay, last quotation is a 50. Okay, so this vendor giving me the rate of this material for the 100 quantity only the 15 rupees. Okay, and this is the 20 rupees. Okay, so just save this or maintain this quotation also. Okay, so after maintaining the rates of the vendors given by the vendors, so the last step is to compare the quotation. For that, here is the option of the yummy 49. Just click on it. Okay, so here we need that collection number. You're getting, whenever I am creating the request for quotation, so I am entering the collective number as my purchase requisition number. Do you remember? Anyone? Whenever I am creating the RFQ here, okay, here details. So here I am entering the collection number as a my purchase requisition number. Okay, so right now whenever I am comparing the quotation, so here the system will be asking me what is the your collective number for the RFQ. Okay, so on that basis, so the system can compare the quotation. Okay, so this is the same for all the RFQs. Okay, so this is the collection number. So as per your requirement, you can enter the material name, purchase requisition number, whatever you want, you can give it, but you can remember this whenever the you can compare the quotation. Okay, you're getting clear, all of you? What is the collection number and use of this collective number? Whenever I'm comparing the quotations, here I need to enter that collection number. Okay, so just copy this. Every time I am using my PR number as a my collective number there. Okay, as per your requirement, you can use whatever you want. I'm just entering this and execute. So here system giving me the, what is system is giving here? So system is compare the rate of the material and which is the vendor is lowest rate, so they can give us the green signal here, means this vendor is giving the material rate as a 15 rupees for the 100 quantity. This is the 1500 and 20 rupees for 100, 2000. So the total cost of the material is a 3500. You're getting? Second vendor rate giving 18 rupees for the 100, 1800 rupees. Second material as a 22 rupees for each. For the 100 quantity, rate is a 2200. So for like this, the total amount is a 4000. Okay, like that same. So this vendor is giving the 20 rupees and a 25 rupees. So the total rate will be 4500. So system can give us the which is the lowest price. That is the system selecting the vendor for us. Okay, you're getting, all of you, or any doubts in this? Nandini, Manjushri, Ritesh, Kirtan.
No, it's clear.
Okay, Nandini, you clear about this?
Yeah, yeah.
Rashikar, Kirtan. Okay. Manjushri.
Yes.
Okay. So on the basis of the price only, SAP can compare the quotations there. Okay. So here, so the system is giving me this vendor is a visible to for the purchasing the material. So right now I want to reject this both the vendors. So how I can do? So just click on this RFQ number here. Okay. System will be giving the screen of the maintain quotation. Okay. So here is the option of the rejection. Okay. Just click on the both material. Okay. And if you want to display the messages, so which will be given to the vendor, after click on this rejection indicator, go to the messages. Just click on it. Okay. Then select this output type as a quotation rejection. Okay. Then it will be select this and click on the further data. Okay. And select here as a for send immediately when saving the application. Okay. After entering this, once again take back and save this data. Okay. So the quotation for RFQ will be maintained. Just click on it once again. So this will be the rejected. Okay. So if you want to check the messages what the SAP is giving, just take back. Okay. So here is option of the messages. So decode for the print of that message ME9F and enter your document number here. Okay. So which is currently I have selected for the rejection and select this processing status as a successfully processed. Okay. Then execute. Okay. So message output will be come here. Just tick this and click on the display messages. So like this letter will be given to the vendor. So your request for quotation will be rejected for this much of material. This is the quantity. This is the vendor number, company, and all these details. Okay. So this is nothing but the smart forms. So these will be totally handled by the ABAP team. Okay. So there is no role of the guy here to create because this is the smart and PDF form. Here the company logo, all the name of the company will become here. So total design of this smart form is done by the ABAP team. Okay. So you're getting this how to when we can create this letter. So we can give this into the PDF form to the vendor. Okay. So vendor can confirm and get to know about this is the our quotation will be rejected. Here is the name as a suggestion as a rejection letter relating to the RFQ. Okay. This is nothing about the rejection letter. Like that same, I have rejected this vendor. Once again, I am want to reject this vendor also. Okay. So because I am selecting this vendor here, just click on this RFQ number. Okay. Just click on this. Okay. Once again, click on the messages. Enter the ABSA. Select from the drop down list ABSA quotation rejection letter. Select the line item. Click on the further data. And by default, you need to select as a 4. And save this. Okay. So this is also the this vendor also is the rejected. Once again, you want to check the smart form. Go to the enter the T code ME9A. Okay. Enter your name of the document number. Select because we have successfully processed that RFQ. Okay. So just select it and execute. Click here and go to the display message. So for this vendor also, this letter rejection letter will be given in the PDF format. Okay. You're getting about this. What is this rejection letter and all the things? All of you clear? Then right now I want to use this RFQ. Okay, so just select it. Okay, right now there is no need to select this. Okay, because we are selecting this, not rejecting. Okay, so select the line item only here, go to the messages, and here select the output type as a NEU, new. Okay, and just enter. Okay, so after entering this, select it and go to the further data. Okay, by default it will come as a send immediately when saving the application. Just take back. Okay, and save this. Okay, so after saving that acceptance letter, system will be asking for the printing information. Okay, so just enter LOCL here and just press enter. So this is the standard default printer given by the SAP. Just enter it and take back and save. Okay, so once again this quotation will be maintained. If you want to check the messages, just enter here 4A. Okay, and processing status as a 1. Okay, and execute. Okay. Correct. Here, just select and go to the display messages. So here, previously whenever we are rejecting the quotation, at that time rejection will become, but right now here only coming as a RFQ. Okay, so that is the difference between the rejection and acceptance of the RFQ. Okay, so like this letter will be given to the vendor, so your quotation will be accepted, so you can provide the material at this rate within the delivery date of this. Okay, so this is the vendor which is I have selected or finalized for the purchasing the material. All of you are clear in or any doubts? So with reference to this RFQ number, we can create the purchase order there. Okay, so we can go to the purchase order. Okay, so go to the document overview on. Previously, what we are selecting? We are selecting the contracts, then scheduling agreement. Okay, so today we are going to select the request for quotation. Okay, so enter the required things here and execute. So here the list of the material will be available here. So this is the our RFQ number because we have maintained the 2 materials here. Okay, because we have the 2 line items, so just because of that it will be showing us the 2 RFQ numbers here. Okay, so if I'm selecting this both and try to adopt it, this 47 is coming here. Okay, just I'm selecting this the request for quotation number and click on the adopt. So there is no need to enter anything here, so it will be automatically come the vendor which is selected during the RFQ. Okay, so the material, quantity, rates, all the things are coming from the RFQs there itself. Okay, then if you can scroll right side, it will be given as the purchase requisition number, then RFQ number, item line, all the things will be come automatically with reference to the purchase requisition and a RFQ which is we have maintained. Just check. Okay, no problem. Okay, just check this with the precautionary message and save the purchase order. Like this we can create the purchase order with reference to the what is the reference we are giving here? Purchase requisition and a RFQ. Okay, you clear about today's topic, request for quotation? Any doubts in this? And if you want to check the status of the purchase requisition, just check ME53 here. Okay, so this is the recently created our purchase requisition number, and under the screen of material item overview, there is a tab of a status. So the system will be given us. So this much of the RFQs will be created for this material, and this is the purchase order will be created for the item number 10. And if we want to check the for the 20 number item, so here it will be giving us for the 20 item number, 3 quotations will be created, and this is the purchase order in the display of the purchase requisition. This is the status of the purchase requisition. So like this, you can create the purchase request for the quotations with the reference of the purchase requisition. Any doubts in this? Like that, same we can receive the material, okay, and we can do the GR also. I will try to receive this material, okay. For that, we go for the goods receipt and enter the purchase order number here. Just select the material and also select the second item. Check. This is the precautionary message. Okay. Check and post. We have received the material also. This document will be posted, and for the invoice posting, use the T code 0. Okay. So once again, here enter the purchase order number. Okay. Then copy the invoice date. Select the tax codes. Again here select the tax code. Click on the calculate tax. Okay. And whatever the amount is coming in this tab, copy it. Paste in amount tab. Okay. So this turns into the green signal. Click on the simulate. Okay. So whatever the tax amount totally paid to the vendor is 350 rupees. The rate of the material 1,500 and 2,000 for both the line item. Total amount will be paid to the vendor 3,850 rupees. So just post this invoice. Okay. So the P2P cycle will be completed here. You're getting? So just check the purchase order history tab. 23N. Okay. Like this, goods shipped and invoice will be posting for this material. So this is nothing about the request for quotations. So any doubts in this? Everyone clear? Please ask me any doubts if anyone has. And same that, like if you want to configure the request for quotation document type and all the things, so just go to the ticket of SPRO. Okay. And if you want to directly jump to the purchasing view, we also have the separate ticket for that. Just select OLME. You can directly open the screen of the purchasing here. Under that, we have the option of the RFQ. Yesterday, we have seen the contract and a scheduling agreement. Today, we are going to configure in a background as a request for quotation or a RFQ is here. Okay. So like same that you can define the document type. So AN is a standard document type. Just select it. Okay. Copy. So I am entering this AN as a ZAN. Okay. This is a customized document type for the RFQ. Same, the number range you can apply here, or here is the standard field selection as a ANA. So you can create your field selection as a customized as a ZAN, whatever you want, you can create it. Okay, just save this. Like this. This is my customized document type will be created here. Okay, so like this. Here is also the define number range. Okay, so just click on the interval, same process. So you can create the number range here. Okay, so yesterday I created the PS. I can just copy this PS 8700 and enter this for my document type here. This is the number range, internal number range. So I can enter PS here and just save this configuration. Okay, so the document type I have created, number range also I have copied, and here is a define screen layout at a document level. Just click on it, and the standard one is a ANA. So just you can select it, copy. Okay, so you can just enter as a ZANA, request for quotation for TP10. Okay, so I am entering as a TP10. Okay, just save this field selection. Okay, and enter this field selection in your document type. This is my document type. Okay, this customized one, and I'm entering field selection as a ZANA, which is hybrid. Like this, you can customize your quotation number, whatever you want, and you can use this further processing of your creating your RFQ number. This is the customized knowledge about the RFQ. Okay, so you can try to practice it. Okay, to define number range, document type, and screen layout. Currently, you are getting what is the field selection and screen layout. Anyone? Any doubts in this regarding the field selection